Hey there, everybody. This is Travis Lima here from Paid Memberships Pro. I am joined today by a very smart individual on our team, David Parker. He is a developer and support engineer here at Paid Memberships Pro, and he does a lot of work on the core plugin as well as a bunch of different add-ons. David, how's things going? How are you doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm perfect. Thanks for asking. So David, the reason why I actually got you on this video today is I wanted to speak a little bit more specifically about a particular add-on that comes up time and time again. It is our multiple memberships per user add-on. So over the years, there's been a lot of talk around the add-on. It's been one of those add-ons that is very spoken about and requested, and it's also not the simplest add-on that we've had that can sort of integrate with every little aspect of Paid Memberships Pro. And that's sort of why I brought you on, just to possibly do a demo of how it works, what it looks like, etc. So maybe we could just kind of start out by talking a little bit about the MMPU add-on, what it is, how it works, etc. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share your screen, and then you can just take it away.
Perfect.
Cool. So, okay, you're good to go, David.
Awesome. So by default in Paid Memberships Pro, users are only allowed to have one membership level at a time. So that makes use cases such as selling courses. If you want people to be able to buy multiple courses, that's not possible in Core PM Pro without help from an add-on or custom code. So what multiple memberships per user does is essentially allow users to purchase multiple memberships at the same time. So in that use case, a user could go in, and if you have a list of courses for the user to buy, they can buy as many of those courses as they would like. So this has been as you mentioned, this has been a heavily requested feature for a while, and this is us trying to bring that request to be a reality.
David, I think I just wanted to circle back real quick. By default, if I have a membership level and I actually upgrade or purchase or try and purchase another level without the MMPU add-on, whatever I purchase sort of overwrites or replaces my previous level. That's the default functionality, right?
That's exactly correct. So if you had, say, a level where a user is paying a recurring subscription, say an annual subscription, if the user then checked out for a different level, that annual subscription would be canceled, and they would lose access to whatever content that level was providing access to.
Awesome. Okay, great. Thanks for clarifying that. Yeah, sure. Please continue.
So with this add-on, it's a very powerful add-on, but it's still we're still working on making it compatible with all of our other add-ons, because it is a very large change to how PM Pro works. So for that reason, this add-on is currently in beta release, and what that basically means is that it's not compatible with all of the other Paid Memberships Pro add-ons. But on add-on pages for other add-ons, here's MailChimp, for example. We do try to show whether or not a particular add-on is compatible with MMPU. And you can see that for the MailChimp integration, it is. Oops, that's a demo.
Perfect. So yeah, so just for the folks at home, just to like double down on that, as David said, we try and make things super easy, and we have got a lot of add-ons that you might want to work MMPU with. So just check out that little box to the left over there, that ease of use box on the particular add-on pages that you want to check out, and there we should have a compatible with MMPU notification over there. Obviously what we're looking at now is MMPU's actual add-on page, so that sentence or indicator won't be there, but yeah, just have a look over there. We should have some sort of idea for you if the add-ons work with MMPU or not. Cool. Okay. What's up next for us, Dave?
One last thing about the beta release. As it is in beta, we do have a list of workarounds if you want to use an add-on that is not compatible with MMPU. And the link to that article is right here on the MMPU documentation page. So I guess now we're going to jump into the demo of actually setting up MMPU and seeing what it looks like. So here I made a quick testing website, which has basically 4 different pieces of content, one containing pet videos, one on training a dog, training a cat, and training a chicken. And to go along with that, I have some membership levels. So basically, these first 3 levels are monthly, annual, and lifetime memberships for the pet videos tab, which basically just contains a lot of cute pet videos. And basically, in the other 3 training pieces of content are one-time purchases where once you pay $25, you would have access to that content for life. So without MMPU, let's say a user had purchased the content on how to train a dog. If they then also wanted to purchase how to train a cat, if they did so, they would lose access to how to train a dog because they could only have one level at a time. So what we are going to do is try to use MMPU to allow them to have multiple pieces of multiple membership levels to have access to whatever content they would like to pay for.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense because in a case like, or a website similar to one that you've created, you might not only own a dog, you might actually own a cat. And if you live on a farm or somewhere a little bit more suburban, like a chicken might be in the mix that you want to train as well. And so it sounds like courses can be used. You can kind of use MMPU to sort of have these one-time purchases, add on sort of effects, membership sort of system going. Like I can see the use case and how open it can actually make your membership system. So this is great.
Absolutely. And it's also very possible that a particular site may just have different kinds of subscriptions and they want to sell multiple types of monthly subscriptions, multiple types of annual subscriptions. So there's a bunch of different ways that MMPU can be used. But it's just figuring out whether or not your particular use case needs to use it. So at this point, this whole site right now does not have MMPU on it. So we're going to go ahead and enable it. And for reference, you can download MMPU by going to the add-on list and finding multiple memberships per user. And there would be an install button if I didn't already have it installed. So we're going to go ahead and activate that. And then, so the one really setup thing we need to do is to then go and set up level groups. So if we went back to our levels page right now, you'll see that it quickly changes into a different format. And I'll explain that more in a second. So basically with MMPU, we allow you to have groups of levels to kind of organize them into different types of purchases. So for example, we're going to make this first group into what we're going to call the pet video levels. And then we're going to create a new group for training levels. And sorry, you're going to say something?
No, I was going to say I'm really impressed with the intricacy of the membership level settings, how that changes it up. So I was just going to make a comment on that. But that's great. Please continue.
Awesome. So you can see this checkbox here. Can users choose more than one level in this group? So for the first level, I left that unchecked. For the first group, sorry, I left that unchecked because you only want people to be able to check out for either a monthly, annual, or lifetime membership because they give access to the same content. So it doesn't really make sense if somebody to want to buy an annual membership and a monthly membership that give access to the same content. Whereas
but if you did want that, like the person to be able to purchase a recurring subscription to each of those levels, say it was different content, you can actually allow them to do that, even though it's not like a one-time payment, it's recurring kind of. Would that still be okay?
Sure, absolutely. So if you wanted people to be able to purchase multiple levels from the same group, you would just check that box, and that's what we actually did for the train levels. So I'm going to go ahead and move the cat, dog, and chicken levels to the training levels, so that we can show you what this looks like on the site's front end. So then here we have it. So the pet levels, which are the memberships, are all in one group where user can only choose one level, and then the training levels are in the training levels group. So then if we then go back to the front end, we have our pet video levels, which I can only select one at a time. Whereas the training levels down here, I'm able to select as many as I would like.
That's cool. I wanted to ask you something. Do you have to select a subscription or a recurring membership level? Like, say, if you got to this membership levels page and you just wanted to get a training, what did we call it? A training level. Is that something that we could set up versus... Or is it something that you actually need a recurring level before you can actually have access to the training level?
Sure. So right now there's no logic saying, there's no connection between the groups. So right now you're able to purchase just training a dog without buying one of the memberships. However, if you wanted to add that functionality, you could absolutely do so with custom code. And we would be able to help you do that in our support forum.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Cool. Thanks.
Yep, definitely. So we see that this recurring membership is $50 a year, and each of these are $25 initial payment. So we're going to go ahead and check out for that. You'll see that at checkout, it lists the 3 levels that we purchased. The combined initial payment, the 50 plus 25 plus 25, is $100 initial payment, and then the $50 recurring annually for the I Love Pets membership. So it'll automatically do that math for you and kind of group the initial payments into one charge. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a test credit card here just to get the transaction run. And once it goes through, you will see that we purchased all 3 membership levels for $100. And if we go to our membership account, we will be able to see each of the levels that we have purchased.
Jeez, man, that's really nifty. I can already see the use cases that you can use this with.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a ton of them. It's just a very flexible integration. So then if we go to the pet videos, we have access to this very cute page. Training a dog we purchased. The cat we did not purchase, so that's still locked. And then I was able to find a video about training a chicken, so I thought that was fascinating.
Fantastic. Okay, awesome. Is there anything else you got to show us on the demo site?
Yeah, and then let's say a user wants to wants to also purchase this. It'll just show it in added levels. If they no longer want to pay the recurring membership, they can cancel a level right there by deselecting that. And just going through checkout again, we'll cancel that recurring membership so that they no longer pay the $50 recurring. And again, we'll see that reflected in their membership levels. The other major change from Core Paid Memberships Pro is in the admin profile when you're actually viewing a user. Usually you would just have a membership level drop down where you can select a level and set an expiration date. But since users can have multiple membership levels, we had to kind of switch up that user interface. So now each membership level's a row where you can set information for each level, and then you can also add a level on the fly. So you would choose a level, or you create a level, choose a group, and then choose a level, and then save.
So cool. Okay, that's really nifty. Fantastic. I think this is great. Dave, I wanted to ask you, so something that has come to my attention from time to time is because we have that important beta release note over there, is there, and we already spoke a little bit about, just being aware that some add-ons are not yet compatible with Paid Memberships Pro. So just check that out on our add-on page and the specific add-ons that you're interested in sort of mixing together. Is there any kind of use case? And actually, I'm just going to change up the view here so you can see us. So is there any kind of use case at the moment that pops in your mind that's like really be careful when using this add-on coupled with this particular thing that could cause a bit of an iffy situation, just for anyone, looking to get super creative with this?
Yeah, so there's a couple of add-ons that are just complicated to begin with. So mainly I'm thinking of if you're using a multi-site or if you're using an add-on like sponsored members, which are just very, very custom setups. That's mainly where you'll want to be very careful. Because as I mentioned, this changes a lot of how PM Pro works. So if you're running custom code on top of that, it's just something to be aware of. And so if you're going to run this on a website, we highly recommend testing it. Even if you're using all MMPU compatible add-ons, we recommend testing it on a staging site before pushing it to a live site, just to be safe.
Fantastic. All right. David, thank you very much for that demo. I think I learned something, and I'm pretty sure the folks at home did as well. If you have made it this far in the demo video, thank you very much for that. That was the MMPU, or the multiple memberships per user add-on. It's one of our Paid Memberships Pro add-ons. Check it out on our site. There should be a link in the description of this video. As David said, it is a pretty functional or feature-rich add-on, but it can also be a little bit complicated depending on your system that you're trying to, work it in. So if you have any trouble with it, or if you need some help specifically, feel free to reach out to us on our support forums or support channels on www.paidmembershipspro.com, and we will be more than willing to help you out. David, thank you so much. And yeah, that was great.
Thanks for having me.
Sweet. Okay, everyone, until next time, goodbye.